So it was a year ago when I decided to binge all 4 seasons of The Family Chantel in a month. Yeah, and you know what? I don't regret it. Actually, the only thing I did regret was not starting the show earlier, like when it had aired, because it was so good. I enjoyed it so much, and I wish I was watching it along with everybody else and recapping it because I had so many thoughts, so much to say. By the time I was watching season 1, it was airing season 4, so it didn't really even matter what I thought about season 1, but it was such a good watch. And I thought the show had unfortunately ended when they were announcing their divorce, but it's back. And it's the final chapter. So let's talk about what happened in season 5, episode 1. Here we go. The opening scene is of Chantel running a beautiful rose-petaled bath. And it's for her new baby. And she's like,
"Baby, your bath is ready just like you like it."
And guess who comes in? Her 2 new adorable Pomeranian puppies. Winter actually moved in as moral support and so that Chantel wouldn't be so lonely during her divorce. Chantel and Pedro haven't seen each other or talked to each other in 9 months.
I will never forget how it feels to be betrayed by someone that you love so much. I will never forget that.
Side note, her look for the interview scenes were so different when they're supposed to look exactly the same because the viewers are not supposed to notice that they're filmed at different times. But it was so painfully obvious because in one look, she had the same dress on, but her hair was like super straight and then a little bit wavy on the bottom. And in the other look, her hair was huge. It had huge waves, tons of volume, and it was such a stark contrast. And I was like, oh my God, she should have just worn something different at that point. Thinking back, Chantel is realizing that everything her mother, Miss Karen, said about Pedro and his nasty family turned out to be true. From day one, her parents pretty much accused him for using her just for a green card.
I chose to trust my husband and to go with my naive gut because I loved him.
Now, in my opinion, I feel like he actually did love her. They really did fall in love in the beginning. And then once they got together and they got married and their families got involved, I mean, their families were so nasty to each other. And I think by a certain point, Pedro knew that he wasn't in it anymore, but he did kind of like stay in it longer than he wanted to so that he could get his green card. So it didn't start off as a scam for him, but it certainly ended that way, in my opinion. We see Pedro catching up with his evil mother and his evil sister. And I just want to mention, I did notice a few comments back when I was recapping Love in Paradise of people being like, oh my God, why are you so hard on Lydia and her daughter? They seem sweet. They're not that bad. I was like, oh, y'all have not watched The Family Chantel. Yeah. You're gonna find out. Over the phone, her sister's like, you know, women who go through a divorce either get fat or skinny. Is Chantel fat? And then her and her mom are cackling. They're like, yeah, Chantel fat. Pedro then reminds us that last season, Chantel wiped out their entire joint bank account of $260,000. Holy shit, I totally forgot about that. That's a fork ton of money. Is that how much reality TV pays? Because if it does, then honey, sign me up for the new season of 90 Day Fiancé season 11. Here I come. I'll date anyone, okay? Anyone with 2 legs. Actually, you don't even have to have legs. I'll take anybody. Apparently, she spent $60,000 before returning the remaining $200K to the court. According to Chantel, she spent the $60,000 on the divorce. And also, she initially emptied out their bank account and ran with the money because she was afraid that Pedro was going to do the same thing and then run away to the Dominican Republic and go into hiding. Now, according to Pedro, Chantel tried to deport his ass. Whoa, that's intense. I did not expect it, but I totally get it. Chantel went to immigration and said that her marriage was a scam by Pedro because he used her just for a green card. They've been going back and forth trying to negotiate, and basically Chantel's final offer was that they were going to split everything or their assets 50-50. Now, his mom and his sister feel like she doesn't deserve a dime. Pfft, okay. And they're like, don't let her get anything. Pedro doesn't know what to do. Does he sign the divorce papers or does he go to court and try to get more? He ultimately decided to settle and sign the divorce papers to avoid going to court. Now they have to sell their house, so Pedro and Chantel are gonna have to meet in person. But before that, she and her best friend, they go to meet with her divorce lawyer to finalize everything, go over everything, and officially sign the papers. Woo! Okay, can we just talk about the car ride? Her best friend, she, like, who the freak says whatever she said?
It's so crazy that this is actually happening to me. I'm going through with it.
Well, I'm a little sad. Just because I feel like robbed a little bit because
I was watching and I was like, girl, shut the fuck up. You sound bizarre. Who makes their friend's divorce all about them? She was like, I don't know whether to be disappointed or like angry. Like, I thought I was gonna have a mommy friend and I thought like you would have your own kid.
I was excited because we were gonna be doing life together and like raising our kids just like we were raised together.
Shut up.
That is something that I was really looking forward to.
Shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that's one of the things that I was looking forward to, girl. I wanted a kid so bad, you know.
Oh my God, her face really doesn't move. That red suit she wore to the divorce attorney's office, whoa! She looked incredible.
All right, a sign.
Excellent. Well, please take this pin here. Well, congratulations, you're done.
Yay!
The divorce is official, so Chantel and her family go to celebrate. Her parents kind of wish that she didn't settle for 50-50 because she deserves so much more and Pedro deserves like 2%.
You should have taken that scammer to court. You should have gotten alimony and the house. How dare he come in and tell you, I'm going to divorce and I want the house. How dare he?
I know I'm probably the only one who's going to say this, but I kind of missed Karen. She's just outrageous and kooky and weird. But honestly, it seemed like Chantel just didn't want to drag it out and wanted to end it and move on with her life. I mean, a divorce, going to court, that sounds exhausting. And then we see Lydia and Nicole. Yay!
When Pedro meets Chantel, he was virgin. And I think...
How does this bitch still have braces? It's been like 5 years. How much longer does she have to go? Like, damn, at this point, I feel like she's just keeping him on. Because I remember a couple seasons ago, she said if you have braces in Dominican Republic, it's like a sign of wealth or like luxury. And in true Nicole fashion, she goes on to body shame Chantel some more about her ass and how Chantel's ass is so jiggly and it isn't firm and her brother deserves better ass than that. First of all, ew. Second of all, think of some better insults. That's what you're going to go for, her ass? And third of all, this is just some friendly advice to you, by the way, from one uggo to another, okay? Uggo recognizes uggo. If I were you, I wouldn't be talking shit about her looks, okay? All right. Did anybody else feel like Chantel looked extremely uncomfortable during all her interview scenes? She looked very emotional, very stressed, and very anxious. I felt very bad for her. Very, very. How many times did I say very again? Somebody get me a thesaurus. Hold on, how do you say that? Get me a thesaurus. 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 Is that how you say it? Oh my God. What the fork was this? We get a scene of Pedro brushing his teeth in his tidy whities, okay? Like, that was bad enough. I don't want to see anybody in tidy whities. But on top of that, he lifted his leg up and put his foot on the countertop. What was the point of that? Can somebody tell me? Also, what were all the things that he was strapping onto his thigh? Like, I didn't get that either, but that's okay. I really just didn't want to see a full-on shot of his crotch. All right, well, it's finally time for them to meet in person with their realtor. Initially, Pedro wanted to sell the house himself, but Chantel was like, nope, not having it. We need a third-party neutral person. And so Pedro's a little salty about that. They see each other for the first time, and Chantel is wearing this pink power suit that looks amazing on her.
Had it for 2 years, bought in January 2021 for $290. I would really put you in a $425, $435 range as a list price.
Once again, Pedro has to point out how salty he is because he stops the realtor and he was like, wait, so this is a 6% commission, right? And our house is worth $425,000. So let me just do a quick calculation. So the commission's $25,000. And the agent is like, yep. And Pedro was like, wow, I could have gotten that. But Chantel refused. Okay. Now he says he wants to stop by the house to pick up his favorite gaming chair. Like, it is the holy grail of gaming chairs. It is the creme de la creme. He loves this gaming chair so much, so he wants to make sure he gets it. And Chantel's like, bitch, our divorce says that everything inside the house belongs to me. So no, you're not getting the gaming chair, bitch.
I need to go to the house and get my things from the house.
Did you hear something? According to the terms in the divorce, everything inside the house, all of the furnishings, belong to me, and they're mine now. So there's no chance he's getting that gaming chair.
I loved it. And that's where things end this episode. The previews for the rest of the season look wild. Oh my God, the divorce is going to get uglier and uglier, and I can't wait. Oh my God, why am I so excited? I'm so toxic. Ugh, I'm not excited about having to see Scott and Lydia though. Why is Scott back? I thought they broke up. Well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Are you watching? Are you not? Or are you just watching my recaps? Either way, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in the next video.